Hi, thanks for your interest in our custom geocaching pocket stamps. My name's Ian. I'm going to give you a very brief overview on how you go about designing your own custom stamp on our website. First thing I'm going to do then is navigate to one of the stamps that we stock. I'm going to select the Collop 20, which is my personal preference. It's a cracking little stamp. We do have other stamps available, pen stamps. We do the mouse, the size 30, but I think the Collop 20 is, I think personally, one of the best ones we stock. Once you get to the product page, have a read of all the blurb and then navigate down to the design area, which is where I am now. The first thing you'll see is this little green box at the top, which gives you a little bit of information about the design process and basically just tells you the size of the finished stamp. Now this one's going to be 4 centimeters by 1.5 centimeters tall. So what you should do is try to avoid using very small text or very narrow lines because they'll not be they won't come out on the stamp very well because it's such a small item. The design window is this rectangle, but basically that is where you're going to create your custom stamp, and surrounding it are a number of icons. The first one being images. We've got a library of images you can choose from, and you can just insert them in. I'll go through those in a minute. The next one is text. You use that to insert text and adjust the text. Information just gives you a little bit of help. Along the bottom of the stamp here you'll see the different case colours available. This will vary from stamp to stamp, and it's basically the colours of the stamps that we've actually got on the shelf at the moment. It's not the ink, it's the actual bodies themselves. Moving over to the right, you've got the price, you've got a download button. Once you've created your design, you can download it onto your computer for your own use. You can email it to your friends, show them what's coming, and you can also keep that image so that if you ever need to get a new stamp made, rather than having to go through the design process, you can simply email us that image and we can very quickly create a replacement for you. The next button then is the add to cart, and that is basically the final thing. Once you've created your design, you're going to want to add it to the cart and then buy it. We're going to do a very quick stamp. I'm going to use about 2 images and 3 lines of text, and I'm just going to show you now just how easy it is to do it. So the first thing I'm going to do is insert an image. So I'm going to click on the image icon, and what pops up first is 2 folders. At the moment we've got some pirates, which is a nice geocaching theme, and some icons. I'm going to use one of the icons for this stamp, and I'm going to select the World Caching logo. Whenever you add something to the stamp, it will the software will create it as large as it can right in the centre of the stamp, and you can then just go and move it around. If you click on the item you've inserted, in this case it's this image, you'll see a number of blue boxes around its periphery. Moving anti-clockwise from top right, the red X basically allows you to delete that picture. The little squirrely line allows you to rotate a picture. You basically click it and move your mouse around, and you can rotate text and images to get them looking exactly where you want them to go. The rest of the icons around the outside are for resizing. For instance, left to right, up and down, or scaling the image. So you can make it as large or small as you want, and you can click and drag it around the area to basically put the picture exactly where you want it to be on your bespoke pocket stamp. So there we go. Next thing I'm going to do then, there's a number of ways of adding text. Because I've decided I'm going to have 3 lines, I'm going to simply add 3 lines of text straight away. Then I'm going to actually do the actual writing itself. So there's my first one. Again, it's been inserted in the middle of the design area. Add the second one, and add the third one. What I'm going to do now is click each in turn and just spread them out. And what I'm going to do now is just select them one at a time. So I've selected the top one here, click my text button. I can enter my new text, which I'm going to do now. And on the right hand side I've got a selection of fonts I can use in a drop down list. So let's select something that's going to look quite nice, the Tonight one, and I'm going to apply that. What it's done again, it's moved it to the centre, so I'll move it back to where we put it initially, and then quickly resize it to how I want it to look, and that's the top line done. Middle line now, so select it, click the text button, change my text, and change the font again. We'll have the same font as I've just done, apply that, move that to where I want it to go, and resize it. If you edit something by clicking on the picture or the text button, it will basically redraw it in the centre of your design window as large as it can, which is why that's happening. So there we go, the top two lines are done. The bottom line I've selected, and it's going to be a quite simple thanks for the cash. So TFTC, and I'm going to select a different font for this one, the top secret. Apply that. Right, this one I'm actually going to rotate a bit, so we'll just drag it around, move it to where I want it to go, and make best use of the space on the stamp. Rotate it a bit too far, so just straighten up a bit. So you can tweak these as often or as much or as little as you want. So there we go. There's my basic stamp. I'm going to throw one more image just before we carry on, and I'm going to choose a happy pirate. So there we go. He's moved into the middle. So I'm dragging him along. Rotate. Well, resize him first, and then I'm going to rotate him a little bit. Don't like that, so we'll go back again. So there you go, simple as that. Once you've done that, I'm going to select the case colour I want, and I'm going to opt for an orange case. I can, as I said earlier, I can download the image, so if I click that button, it will give me the option of saving the image to my computer. So I've then got it as a permanent record. I'm not going to save it right now. The next thing you do then is obviously just add it to your cart. Once you click that button, if you get an error message like this, basically what it's telling you is one of your the items that you put in is outside the rectangle, and it's going to be this because we rotated it. If you see the little dotted lines around the outside, if they come outside the rectangle, the software won't let you do it because basically it won't be on the stamp. So you just need to come in, just move things around a little bit until everything's inside the line, and then add to cart again, and there we go. It's created a little thumbnail. That's roughly the sort of size your stamp's going to be. It's added to the basket, it's given you the option of the cheapest shipping, and you can obviously continue shopping or go straight to the checkout. So that's it. I don't know how long that was, 5-6 minutes from start to finish. Very, very simple. It'd be very interesting to see what sort of designs you come up with. Thank you very much for your time. Check us out, ukgeocaches.co.uk.